Gabby.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Since it's Culture Day, I wrote a poem about, well, I'm going to read a poem about culture that I wrote quite a while ago. People who are multicultural have the benefit of having more than one culture in their family, but it can also be kind of hard for you. That's what I wrote about. It doesn't have a name. I've been running lately, running a lot. It's been hard because I'm tired and I can feel it all catching up to me. All of the things that I've left behind, that I've cast out of my life, all of the sickness and the self-doubt and the hate. It feels so close though, barely kept at bay. Because there was a time, not too long ago, when I didn't know who I was. I was black and I was white and I was Sicilian American and I was African American and a host of other confusions. So when people asked me my ethnicity, I would rack my brain for understanding and then concede. I would struggle internally and then I would mirror them. I would be whoever they wanted me to be. I would be black for them. I would be white for them. I would be mulatto for them, but I would never be myself for them because that's not what they wanted. They see the world in categories and compartments and they want my section. They want to know where to stick me in the dark recesses of their minds. They have to know or else they cannot properly judge me. They want to know where I belong and if my section is clean and tidy, sparkling and pristine, or grungy and dark. And they want to know if I'm worthy of their praise or not. And so I ran. I chose to stay inside and not break the ice or make conversation. I chose to be meek and mute and bland. I figured if I made myself a life without color, then they wouldn't question what mine was. No one would suspect that I could smile, because smiles lead to laughter, which leads to ice breaking, which leads to conversation, which leads to hellos and goodbyes and meeting families and what's your ethnicity and offenses and more running, and so I ran. And I thought that I could keep on running. I thought that I could run until my muscles ached and screamed in protest, running until the rise and fall of my chest felt like a knife point pricking and then receding inside my lungs, running until my feet blistered, cracked, and bled. I would run, and I would run, and I would run, away from the confrontation of a mirror, away from joy and friendship and general human communication, because I saw none of that in our surrounding world. I would run from the status quo in my society because all race rules and regulations do not allow me to breathe or be myself. I would run because I don't understand why it is considered socially acceptable to stand across the room and speculate whether I'm Hispanic or just have a black daddy. And I would run, and I would run, and I would run, but eventually I got tired. Tired of not fitting in, not fitting into a section, not breaking the ice, or smiling, or living with colors, or knowing which color was mine. So I stopped putting chemicals in my hair to straighten out my curls. Yeah, my roots are a little nappy and twisted, but so is my ancestry. And I started raising my hand and opening my mouth and giving my opinions and breaking the ice and breaking the assumptions which surrounded the status of my heritage. And I realized that there were tons of other people out there like me who were sectionless and opinionated and frustrated. And now we have our own section, a section of mutts, of Creoles and Cajuns, of kinks and curls, blacks, browns, cinnamons and golds, whites and whatevers. A section full of grins, middle fingers, and microphones, technicolor. And now, when people ask me which race I represent, my reply is human. And I no longer run from the pressure to label myself or stick myself into a politically correct category. I need no validation for skin and bone, flesh and blood, spirit and soul solidified. Because the value of who I am has everything to do with my generosity, my knowledge, my actions, my words, nothing at all to do with skin color.